Thank you for tuning into Henna Suk's YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a freehand henna design. I'm especially doing this design because there are a few holidays coming up, and Eid is one of them, and it's an Islamic holiday where a lot of Muslims will get henna done and to celebrate and just to adorn yourself with this beautiful art form. And I got my henna cone. I want to make note on cutting techniques. I wanted to point out that when you're cutting your henna cone, do try to cut it flat. Don't cut it at an angle, because when you cut at an angle it causes twirling. So that's why I was mentioning to have a really good pair of scissors in previous videos, a really sharp pair, and just keep that for cutting henna cones. Okay, here we go. Sometimes when there is twirling, you can just go back over the line, over the design that you just did, and just correct it. And then when you smooth it out, then you can see how it got smoothed down when it was twirling. But you try to cut as flat as you can. I also use a paper towel to wipe on, or you can use a cloth that you like to use and regularly bring with you when you're doing henna. And that way you can rewash it rather than throwing away paper towels every time. Just making sure everyone can see. Perfect. Okay. Any little clogs, you'll just squeeze the tip just a little bit and push it out. That's a good thing with henna cones, is that you can push the tip just to get rid of any clogs. Just to squeeze it a little bit and you push out anything that's clogging it, and then you can continue to work. With the bottle, sometimes you might need a pin. And that's just not one of my first choices, but if you make your paste really nice and smooth, then there are a lot of henna artists that do use bottles and they don't have any issues with it. Alright, I'll do a few humps here. Takes practice to squeeze out the right amount. That comes all in time, all in good practice. And the good thing with the elastics is as I'm working, I'm able to pull it down. You can see that I am pulling it down to make it tighter. Keep the cone tight when you're working. Alright, little clogs, gotta squeeze them out. Just tightening up my comb. Oh, I've got a little henna over here. Let me see if I need to move down so you can see. Okay, perfect. Yeah, as you can see, that when I make the dots, it's like larger circles of dots. But just pressing it out, and then you trail off to make smaller dots, like over here. There we go. Trail upwards. Takes a few years to have a lot of like the elements and the designs memorized, but before you know it, with really good practice and using books, you'll begin to memorize a lot of the elements. And once you have a lot of those memorized, it really helps you work faster. And this is the great thing about henna as art, is that you bring your own style to the designs. This is shading. I just take a little bit of henna paste and make like little textures here on the petals like this. When getting straight lines done, that also takes some practice. Just keep on practicing. Like these templates that you can get online are very easy to work with and do henna on if you just want to practice, if you don't have any bare skin left over. There we go, touch it up. When you print these templates out, you can just do the henna directly right onto it. Alright, I didn't let you see all the way up. I apologize. Let's get a good look at that up there. That was the fingertip. Needs a little something. Here we go. There we go. That's nice. Add a little bit of dots there. And there you have it. Your henna design for the holidays, for Eid. I hope all of you have a good week, a good weekend. I know a lot of you are out there shopping. There's just a lot going on right now, so I hope you enjoy yourselves. I wanted to point out that you can also do the fingertips. If I was doing this design for myself, I would definitely do the fingertips. So you know what, let's go ahead and do a little something. So say this is a person's hand. Let's turn it so at least as if they're facing you. I can give you a few pointers here. Now they're facing you, so you would have started at the furthest point away from yourself and bring it all the way down. Okay, let me tighten up my cone. Pulling the elastic. And you have to keep in mind, like, where are you going to start to do the fingertips? It's probably best to go, again, furthest away and then move forward. But you're going to have to be really careful about this area, not to smudge it. So let's do a little bit of an embellishment. Here, let's do the same style with the curve, the curvy lines. And add a paisley. This element right here is called a paisley, and you'll see it in a lot of traditional Indian designs, and actually it's very much in style, these paisleys right now. I love seeing it in like furniture and pillows and a lot of the Indian materials. I got a few clogs here. Alright. And I'm continuing swiping. Alright, so we got that finger done. Let's move on to the next one. Go over my line. And you can go over your lines either to add thickness or make it really thin. Here we go. Alright, how's it going? You got to see over here. Alright, it looks a little bit bare here, so I will add some more dots. There we go, let's get a better flow. There we go. Alright, can you see the next fingertip that we're about to do? Alright, trying to turn it a little bit. There we go. Let me thicken this line up a little bit to make it even. The thicker the lines as well as the darker that the color will be. With this henna paste that I use, you can get up to nearly like black cherry in tone. Sorry guys, a few clogs here. Sometimes when that happens, I just like clip my tip just a little bit more so that it flows better, because that's what's going on right now. The flow, there we go, much better. There we go, that's better. Alright. Actually it's flowing up really nicely. And add a few more dots. And we're almost done. There we go. Alright, so there you have it. Gorgeous henna design. Let's zoom out a little bit here. There we go, that's much better. Now you get to see all of it. Also, when doing henna for a particular event, or if you want it to look really nice for a certain time, I recommend that you do the henna at least 2 days in advance. 2 days will give you enough time, to actually have the henna reach peak color, because it takes 24 to 48 hours for the henna to reach peak color, and that is the ideal time to get it done. So for example, Eid is going to be this Tuesday. You'll be doing your henna by Sunday night. You can do it also Monday night, but it'll look the best if you do it on the Sunday night, so that on the morning of Tuesday it's going to look really deep and rich, and the color is going to be at peak, so it's going to be perfect. So do that even if you're working with brides. Make sure that it's done at least 2 days in advance. Tell your brides that you really recommend that they get it done 2 days in advance, so that the color is at a peak color. And don't let them wait longer than that.